Like a weird angle.
No, I think this is us, I think.
This is
You're live.
Look out, cause here I come. Oh shit, is that gonna get copyrighted? Oh. I don't know what the rules are on YouTube.
I don't think so because we're about to talk about a copyrighted thing.
Yeah,
And it's also like it's in within fair use though, like it's parody. Because the way that you sing is bad enough that it could be
next time. Okay. Hello. And okay. Okay, but listen.
It's right grammar. It's really good grammar.
That's why I restarted.
You ready? Okay, let's restart. Restarting.
And you're watching Disney Channel. I feel like I would eat that up. Okay. Let's lock
get
in.
on track. On cue this time.
I have trauma. Okay, but listen. With Renee, are we full naming? Anderson.
And Sophia Swanson.
I love that you're just the gun.
That's Bertram.
The only part of it's in frame is gun. Okay.
With daddy.
Fucking today. Are you actually watching?
Oh, and we have our disembodied voice.
Yes.
Hello.
Allison Marie Miles is here with us from across the room.
I
We'll
mean,
be laughing at our jokes and adding in commentary.
Every time I point at you, you're gonna laugh at our jokes.
Yes.
Okay?
Laugh sign.
It has.
Ah.
That's not a laugh.
Okay.
Much better.
Yes.
She will be also keeping us on track.
Yes, and asking us questions. Kill yourself, you whore. And today we will be talking about Dear Evan Hansen.
Yes.
And how it's low-key kind of good, and the music is really good.
terrible.
Yeah.
It has its pros and cons.
Yeah,
Ups and
and the
downs.
book
Wow.
both ruins and improves the story.
For our listening viewers, and also because she's off camera, Allison Miles has put her headphones on so that she doesn't have to hear us.
It's so nice I can hear you guys twice.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Here I
I made a judgment call too soon. Okay. How do we want to start?
come. AKA,
Allison.
this is what happens when two bitches who say they can be podcast hosts actually do it. Right, Renee?
Here.
Yes.
Do you want me to give you your first question?
Yes.
Yeah. What's the first
Allison,
question?
give us our first prompt.
Okay. Is the story bad or is it just executed badly?
It's executed horribly. I think the story's actually really good. My personal opinion on this, that we've all heard before, other than our viewers.
Many times in my car for some reason.
Always in your car.
Yeah.
The story of Dear Evan Hansen is actually really important. It's actually really. Oh, yeah, to my microphone. Yes, please.
Okay, I was just like giving you the stand, but okay.
The
Giving you
conch
the floor.
shell. You don't have the shell.
Okay, go.
Really good reference. I digress.
Huh?
I digress. I think the story of Dear Evan Hansen is actually really good, but we've talked about this. He should have been found out halfway through the story.
Yeah, like,
Instead
it
of
could
at
have been
the end.
better.
Yeah, because they could have gone into it about because there are kids from my town who killed themselves because they made a mistake and they thought that the consequences.
That's my controversial thing.
No, you have to do the other thing, okay?
You're welcome.
Pay
I'm
attention.
marketing
Sorry.
you guys.
I'm so popular.
Pay attention to me
Okay.
when I speak. But yeah, so it could have shown people that when you make a mistake, it isn't the end of the world. Like you have to face the consequences, but that doesn't mean that you kill yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And also, I don't know, the whole attitude about suicide in Dear Evan Hansen is a little strange.
It's kind of a weird take.
Mhm.
I think in general it's a good story and I think it's entertaining. And I think the only part lacking is Evan Hansen. He is the worst part of the story. He is supposed to be unlikable, but he is so easily hateable that it is hard to enjoy it. But I overall like the stories and the characters. I think it could be better, but it's honestly not as bad as people say.
Exactly. And also I think a part of it is that the fandom is majority 13-year-olds.
Yes,
that
children.
is I don't want to say it's the target audience because I think the target audience is young adults. It's preteens and early teenagers, because some of the lyrics are as follows: guys like you and me, we're just the losers. Keep waiting to be seen. That is such
Still matter.
Jeff and Hansen, be more chill. They all have that and Heather's even. They have that attitude about them
Yeah.
that just attracts middle schoolers.
I think also because it's about teenagers, it's always going to attract a younger
Yeah,
audience.
and it's also about mental health because
yeah.
I know that when I was getting into it, I was struggling with my mental health,
Mhm.
and I found solace in Dear Evan Hansen because I didn't look into the story enough because
Look
I
at
was
you using big
fucking
words.
teen.
I think you would expect the audience to be a little older now because the show is decently old at this point.
Yeah, the people who were in the fandom when it was like at its peak.
Yeah, we're
when
like 13.
Jared was obsessed with bath bombs for some reason, and Connor and Evan were shipped together.
Yeah.
In like a frenzy.
Yup.
Like we were all like 12, 11, 13 at the
So you
time,
would
and
think
now we're like in our
the audience would
adults.
have a little bit more media literacy at this point.
no
But
way.
it's somehow gotten worse. I blame our generation. We are really dumb sometimes.
Media literacy is dead.
Have mediocre takes a lot of the time.
Yeah, I think that media literacy, like genuinely, I think media literacy is dead. Nobody
Yeah.
looks into anything. It's not that nobody looks into anything anymore. People will look into things, look way too far into it, not look into it enough, or they'll look into it with like a weird lens. You know, because now people are like, Evan Hansen is this horrible, irredeemable monster.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
He is still just a kid.
He is a 17-year-old boy
Yeah.
who got caught in this lie, and instead of doing what he should have done, which was, you know,
Immediately
come
tell them
clean.
like, hey,
yeah,
I
come
lied.
clean and like tell them early on, he kept going with it because he was gaining stuff from it, and it was turning his life around because he was struggling a lot too, and it turned his life around. So that's why he didn't want to like.
Yeah, because we find
Stop
out that
this.
he had like also just tried to kill himself. What, like only a couple months before?
Not even
Yeah,
a couple months.
So,
Like I think it's like 2 weeks before. Because he tries to kill himself at his summer job with like
Yeah,
a
that's
park
the whole
and like
tree
a park
thing.
ranger.
you're falling in a forest.
There's nobody around. We're really
I have a feeling that's gonna happen a
even
lot.
make a sound.
For the listening viewers, Allison Miles just rolled her eyes at us. So she will be executed after
Nobody
this.
there's nobody around there. And there's nobody around.
You're hearing doubles. Oh, do it. Wait, let me guess what it sounds like.
No. It was a little deeper.
Oh, you already did it?
I kind of smell.
For our listening viewers, Sophia just farted and then sniffed deeply.
I hope you know that I'm so tempted to share this to the 2028 Discord server.
I don't care.
Okay.
We had to tell them about our escapades.
I mean, I have to be a little kinder about my takes about people we go to school with. I love UCA people if you're watching.
Motion
I
designers,
love
if
all
you're
of
watching.
you. I hate motion. My name is Renee, and I hate motion design. That's for you, Autumn Bear.
You can't say that. You can't say that.
Yes, I can.
We
My
should
name
do a
is
mashup
Gay.
for Dear Evan Hansen. Like another song.
Oh yeah,
Can I
guys!
do
Also
the
check out
TikTok?
Sophia's TikTok where we have
We haven't
mashups.
posted the mashups yet.
In the future, we'll be posting the mashup. We have other TikToks. We have TikToks where we look like a lovely gay couple, and we're not. I swear.
Hashtag not.
Hashtag-
We are not whoa.
Hashtag ew, sapphic? More like so gross. Wait, see, this is what Allison, redirect us. Get us back on topic.
You're
What's the
done.
next question?
Hey, I'm very much enjoying marketing you. Okay. So the next question is bring up the Zoe discourse.
Okay.
Oh my god.
So Sophia and I were in the car the other day when we came up with the idea for the
We're on the way to
podcast.
Chick-fil-A. That's important.
Is it Chick-fil-A?
Yes, it
Oh,
was.
it
We were
was
getting
so
the Chick-fil-A.
And they informed me
Chick-fil-A
that
sponsor us.
maybe not. Well, I think they're less homophobic now. I don't know. Anyways,
Kids will stop out.
let us walk in. We gotta
It's your
walk in.
day. So
Oh,
kids-
true. Give the controversy. Give a little tea. Okay.
A little partly of
So we were in the car, and for some reason, when Sophia and I are in the car together, we have really introspective, deep thoughts, specifically about Dear Evan Hansen. And they informed me that in the book, Zoe is like confirmed to have lied.
Either she lies or she misremembers stuff
Which
about
is
that
not
because
how that works.
it's from Connor's perspective. Because it's Connor's ghost.
Oh
So for context, those of you listeners and watchers who have never read the Dear Evan Hansen book,
I have not.
I've got you. I read the Dear Evan Hansen book when it came out. Okay,
You actually read it?
I was 13 when it
Oh
came
my
out. Of course, I
God.
read it. I read the
Wow.
I read the Be More Chill book. Let's be real.
Okay.
Traumatized. Anyway, if you know, you
Music
know
in
that
it.
one scene where Jeremy starts licking tit.
Let me borrow that book.
It's like he starts licking a tit with an infected nipple ring.
All right, move on. That's disgusting.
Anyway, I digress. So in the book, I don't remember exactly when it happens. You cannot quote me on this because I forgot to check for pages when I was at home. But Connor's ghost appears in the book like as an actual character. Connor's ghost is like Evan's imagination in the musical. No, it's Evan's imagination in the book.
It's actually
an actual
like
ghost.
his ghost.
He doesn't see it. He doesn't see Connor's ghost, but
So, like,
Connor's
it was
ghost
Connor.
sees him.
Okay.
Connor, like,
I didn't
but,
know
like,
that.
he's still imagining Connor, his own version of Connor.
Okay.
But Connor is another perspective in the book, and in Connor's perspective, I'm pretty sure that he's like, I never did that, and it's just it's so
It's, like,
weird.
Calling him out.
No, not Evan and Zoe. I never did that to her, or something like that. Like she like misremembers it, or she lied about it. Something where like it's not fully true what she says about him trying to kick down her door and like threatening to kill her and everything. Which is an interesting choice. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, is he presented as like an unreliable narrator or no?
He's just a ghost. That's just kind of who he is. I don't really remember if he's unreliable or not, but he
Like, is it presented that like he's telling the truth?
He's
not
like
her?
he's a third party.
Okay.
So kind of.
So like he's the main antagonist or protagonist. So
No,
you're meant to believe him.
Evan is still the protagonist in this book.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, weird.
Hmm.
It's just Connor is another perspective. So it's split perspective
And
between
he's
Sam
saying
and
that
Connor.
Zoe lied.
Yes, or that she misremembered it, something like that. It's something that like
Crazy.
it wasn't like fully true about him trying to kick down her door.
Yeah,
It's something like that, if I remember
I
correctly.
fucking hate that choice.
That's a horrible choice.
All love for Zoe. What's their last name? Murphy.
Murphy.
I kin her. I learned what that means recently.
What does that mean, Renee?
It means that you relate heavily and share experiences with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you just learn what that means?
Yeah, I didn't know what it meant for a while.
Really?
I thought
you
it
don't want
meant
to see
like
my 2020
ship,
kin list.
or that like you like romantically attracted to them. I didn't realize it meant like you relate to them. Because why can't we just say relate? Why do we need new words?
It's the internet.
Take words away, 2025. Only
Remove them.
caveman talk.
If you start talking like a caveman, I'm not going to do this podcast with you.
Ooh, Zoe. Oh, this is hot and that's gross.
Okay, Evan Hansen.
Minor.
Trying to start
Zoe.
recording and she's probably A minor. Anyway, back to
Entrance
Zoe
moment.
stuff.
Yeah, so Sophia told me about that and I was gobsmacked.
Don't use big words. You don't know the meaning
Because I had a physically aggressive brother. He's still alive. I don't know why I said had. And he would punch walls and stuff. So it really sucks that they were like, no, she's lying. Because why would she lie about that? That makes no sense. What does she have to gain from lying about
Also,
that?
it puts Requiem into a whole different
Yes.
perspective. Because that's like him being aggressive to her and violent to her.
It's the whole like perspective that she has on his death.
Exactly. And it's
Yeah.
like, why should I be upset? He was so horrible to
Yes,
me, but I'm
like,
still upset.
abusive.
I don't know why I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why am I upset?
Yeah.
Why should I be upset? It's all that. I love Requiem. What a beautiful
Requiem
song.
is such a good song. I love that song. Also, kin that song. I love using words that I know.
If we're gonna talk about songs, we should merge it into another question
Okay.
of cut songs.
Yes.
Oh, from the movie.
So
Let's talk about this.
I saw the movie before I saw the musical.
I never saw the movie.
I'm so sorry. I know. Please don't shoot me unless I ask.
I'll just say you, don't worry.
So I didn't really know that there was an issue with the cut songs, but then I watched the slime tutorial, and I agree that I think it's a bad choice that they cut Good For You, and also Anybody Have a Map.
And also to Break in a Glove.
Yes, so Breaking
Hot
a
take.
Glove.
Break in a Glove is
Yes,
a great song.
good song.
So is the Pants song from Be More Chill. Whole other tangent. Whole other video essay.
I think in general, the dad is a lot better of a character than people talk, which we can talk
People
about
hate
later.
on the dad, and it's not
We
warranted.
can come back to that. But the cut songs
Yes.
are crazy, especially Good For You, because that's the only real moment where Connor gets like
Not Connor,
consequences. Evan gets
Because
consequences.
everybody starts yelling at him for
yeah,
what he did.
they're like, hey,
And
you
that
suck.
moment is so important.
yes,
Because the audience, until this point, not that everybody is on Evan's side, because we're watching it through Evan's eyes, we don't see what's super
yeah,
wrong
you're
with
not
it.
seeing anybody
You
going
know,
against him.
You don't really understand it
Uh-huh.
until Jared, I think it's Jared, is like, you got with his sister. And then you're like, oh my
Yeah.
god, he got with his sister.
Yeah,
On Connor's bed.
yeah.
Let's remember that.
Their whole
Let's remember that.
relationship is gross.
Also, from a marketing standpoint, them cutting Good For You, because most people got into.
Yeah, like, that's one of the
Because of Good For
biggest
You, 'cause
songs.
It's so
Yeah.
big. It's Good For You and Waving Through a Window.
Yeah,
The two biggest ones.
And they cut.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about, and I think we could even talk about Ben Platt and how him being in that movie. I kind of like Ben Platt sometimes. He's really great in the Parade Revival.
yeah.
That's a whole separate tangent. Don't get me started on Parade. I will never end. He was really good in Parade, but like that was a really career-saving musical for him because it was after the Jerry Hansen movie where he failed so spectacularly. He became a giant nepo baby.
He is good. He is good. I like Ben Platt.
I never saw the movie.
Okay, no.
Yeah. I read the book, never watched the movie.
He doesn't work in the movie because he is so fucking old. It works on the stage because you are a million miles away from the fucking actors. You can't tell that they're 36 years old.
And also, they didn't cast like actual young-looking people in the musical, so all of them look the same age except for the parents who look older. However, in the movie,
the girl
seeing
who plays
Evan
Zoe,
and like Jared next to each other is kind of jarring.
Yeah, or even the girl who plays Zoe. Like, I think she's an adult.
She looks like 16.
But she looks, like a teenager, and Ben Platt looks like a 36-year-old because I think he is or was.
He was like in his 30s.
So it looks creepy.
Sometimes actors being in their 30s as teenagers, honestly, it works pretty well.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say like
everyone
to bring
matches
up
or you
like
can't tell.
School Spirits does it kind of well.
Take a shot every time Sophia brings up School Spirits in any of these episodes.
Oh, I love School Spirits because I mean. Sarah Yarkin is like 31.
Yeah,
and
or
she's
like
playing
Yellow
a 17-year-old.
Jackets.
I mean, yeah, they're all in their 30s.
Like,
You bring up Yellow Jackets, I'll bring up School Spirits.
Like, you can get away with people being not 16.
As long
16.
as they all look 30s. As long
Or
as
it
they
doesn't
all
look
look 16
creepy.
in their 30s.
Yeah.
He
And
looks,
Ben
he looks
Platt,
30s in his like playing a
he
16-year-old.
also like definitely overacts in that movie. I don't know why because
he's a stage actor.
no, but he's in like Pitch Perfect. And
He's in Pitch Perfect?
He's in Pitch Perfect. He is Benji in Pitch Perfect. He is in the TV show The Politician. Shout out, that show is fucking crazy. But he's in that show and he's not bad in it. Like he can do movie and TV acting. I don't know why he overacts.
Do you think that he got in the mood of Dear Evan Hansen? Like he was like his stage
yeah.
mode because he originated that role?
Like I get the idea of having him be Evan in the movie because he was the original Evan on the musical, and his dad is what the producer of the movie.
His dad produced.
So I get the thought.
Nepo baby.
Yeah, but it was a bad choice.
He's my
Like,
least favorite Nepo
oh my
baby.
god, I wish we could throw in clips because the clip of him
like crying.
Yes, where he's like, it's like, oh bro, it is not that deep. Holy shit.
Because he's also doing all of his stage mannerisms, and when you're on stage. Theater kid moment here.
Hey, you're
when
far
you're
away.
on stage,
you have to overact
all the time because in the lights wash you out. You have to like over exaggerate your movements. You have to gesticulate, which if you didn't know, it means talking with your hands.
Like testiculate.
No, bad, Renee, bad.
Oh. So I don't get why he overacts. Oh, there's something else I was gonna say
about like he just overacts. It's weird.
Yeah,
and he does all of his Evan like movements where he like. Let me do an example. Because when Ben Platt is Evan Hansen, he does this. Like he touches his shoulders, he puts it back. He's like
Twinkle. Shout out Soren.
Soren.
You better be watching more.
He's probably not. Nobody is watching right now except for Allison.
There's 5 people.
There's 5 people?
Yeah.
Oh,
okay.
What
I was gonna say is that it actually, I don't know how to look. It actually takes you out of it.
If you're watching this live stream, say something in the chat.
I'm making an important moment. It actually like
you're welcome. I've been sharing this around like a mad moment.
It actually like takes you out of the movie and out of the emotional impact because he looks like a fucking freak on the floor. Like later. And he looks like he's like that, and he's talking about how he tried to kill himself, and I'm like, oh, you look like a fucking loser right now. Try again. I love my Ringling College career. Please don't take me out of it. I would like to
I love motion design.
My name is Renee. I love motion design and people who aren't suicidal.
Renee is very controversial.
My parents are from New England. They don't have any censors, so neither do I. I'm sorry.
I
think that him sobbing, I think him going like in that moment.
Yes.
I need my mic. It takes away.
It does. It takes
from
away
the
from
emotional
the
impact. Because in the stage musical, he doesn't fucking do that. He doesn't do that. He just. It's my turn.
I don't think he does that.
It's my turn to start screaming.
Oh, gotta do my homework. This is
Do
more
your homework.
important.
we are talking.
Okay, continue. You're fine. It takes away from the emotional impact
Yes,
because
and-
you're just laughing at it.
Because
You
he's
look
going,
stupid.
Or
in what's the one where after he tells the parents that he lied?
Yeah.
What's the song?
I never meant to make it such a mess.
Yes.
I never
He
thought I looked
starts
this up.
singing out of nowhere, and it is so awkward looking because he goes from talking, and then he's just like, I never meant to make it such a mess.
And you know it works in the musical because it's a
I
fucking
never had
stage
this kind
musical.
of thing before. And he comes off like a creep. He is a creep in the movie,
Yes.
which is it makes him less
It
sympathetic.
Words fail.
Words fail.
Words
Yes.
fail. I love the song Words Fail.
It's
Words
good.
Fail is one of my favorite songs from Jeremy Hansen.
Yeah.
It's so good. It is so introspective to him as a character. They don't do it right in the movie because
Like, the way
this is
his,
a grown man.
His like voice starts quivering, and he's like standing in front of the people still. He's like, words fail. Words fail.
I wish we could
It
add
looks-
clips.
I know.
He's so
He
good.
looks so stupid, and you're just like, oh, this is dumb. You look dumb right now. I don't give a shit that you're trying to kill
I
yourself.
know you can't say that.
Can't say that. Be nice.
I don't care. Fine. I care. It takes you out of it. But I think it's unfortunate
It
because
also, I think they're trying to play up the sympathy for Evan. Here's another
Too
thing
much.
that the movie does. Specifically, cutting Good For You, cutting
Yes.
Anybody Have a Map, cutting To Break in a Glove takes the sympathy away from every other character in that
Yeah.
fucking movie. Because, think about it, Anybody Have a Map
it's
is
like
sympathy.
the only parent song.
It's the only mom's song.
Yeah,
It's about
yeah.
the moms. And
Yeah.
the moms and like them
And that's
struggling to
the only
understand their
song-
kids.
That's the only song where you actually see Connor. Like Connor, the real Connor.
It's the only
not
one. And it's him
Evan's
talking about being
fucking-
high on the first day of school.
Yeah.
Connor Murphy, everybody.
If you're not in the car, I'm leaving without you.
Connor finished the milk.
For reference, Sophia and I love that song. We play the mom.
Oh yeah. Who do we play? Do we switch off?
I think we switch. I think I'm normally Evan's mom. I think maybe
Yeah.
not.
I don't know.
I don't remember either.
I think I'm normally Evan's mom, and then you're Connor's mom, because then I'm also Connor's dad.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause I'm
because
like,
you play the other parts
Interstate's
in
already
Connor's
jammed.
one. Yeah, that's
And
what
then
it
I hit
is.
him with the Connor finished the milk.
Yeah. If Connor's not ready, I'm leaving without
Connor's
him.
not ready. I'm leaving without him. Does anybody have a map? Anybody maybe happen to know how the hell to do it? Okay,
Such a good song.
I hope. Oh no, we have only 2 viewers.
Renee, you're too
Yeah.
controversial in the
I'm sorry. People left. Don't try to
You're
kill
gay. What
yourself.
did you
I
do?
love you. Suicidal.
It's okay, I'm still sharing it around, don't worry.
Oh,
Who
God.
left? Who left? Who left?
I don't even know, they didn't text in there, so I
3
don't know
people
who it
left. We
was.
had 5. Now we have 2.
I know it's been 20 minutes. Okay, what's the next topic that we have?
Okay, so there's one more.
We think it's
probably
because we're
Okay.
screaming about how we need to Evan should
Um,
kill himself.
It was- okay, no.
Okay, keep going.
I'm vetoing that. How long do you think Evan's parents thought he was gay for?
Oh, yeah, we added that.
Oh! 3 people who left, you guys are missing out because this is a great
This is
topic.
juicy
We actually
stuff.
haven't talked about this like between the 2 of us yet.
No.
So we're gonna have like a lot to say about this one. I think that they thought that he was gay until he started dating Zoe. Him and Connor. Because think about it, secret Gmail accounts that he refuses to give them access to. They ask him for the passwords, and he knows because he knows it's fake. They don't. On their perspective, it's oh my god, they're hiding something.
Yeah.
That they refuse to tell us about. For him, it's like, oh my god, I don't have an email to give them.
Yeah.
You know, they have secret emails. They go to get ice cream together, and then they go to the park together. They climb trees
Yeah, they go
together.
in the woods alone, cruising.
Cruising down the
You don't know
winding
that.
road. Let me
That's not what cruising is.
Cruising.
Sophia's uneducated.
wait. Let me pull it up. It's for forever, right?
But do you think Zoe thought they were gay too?
Oh, for sure.
Do you think,
I think
do you
that
think that's why she's so surprised when he kisses her on Connor's bed?
I think
she's
that
like,
she's surprised.
I thought you were into him.
I think that Zoe thinks that they're gay because a lot of people interpret it as, oh my god, she knows that he was lying. She thought that he was lying at the beginning. I think that she was like, oh my god, were you my brother's boyfriend? Because then it was like, Connor didn't want anybody to know that we were friends at school.
Yeah.
You know, and you don't think about, oh my, like, you know, in the moment you're like, oh my god, she knows that he's lying. No, she thinks that he's gay.
Yeah, because
And then
what's
they
the
dated.
other reasonable explanation for them being like, we didn't want anyone
Being
to know
so
we were
secretive.
friends?
Having
Like,
secret Gmail accounts.
yeah,
they
you're
exchange
just friends.
Emails. Austin.
Yeah, what's the beat
End
if
of
you're
May or
just
early
friends?
June, that picture perfect afternoon we share. Drive the winding country road, grab a scoop at a la mode, and then we're there. An open field that's rimmed with trees. We pick a spot and shoot the breeze.
Like buddies do.
Yeah, like buddies too.
They had to say buddies.
Quoting songs by our favorite bands. Telling jokes no one understands except us two.
Yeah,
Are you
gay.
joking me? That's some gay shit right there.
European.
It's hard to guarantee, is he gay or European?
Let the friends guy. I
Well,
don't
hey,
know
don't look at
it.
me. Okay, we're gonna do that another day. We talk and take in the view of each other. All we see is sky for
Of your
forever. We let
open
the world pass
buttholes.
by. This is why 3 people left. This is why there are 2 viewers. And
Can
one
we
of them's
watch the
in
Kevin
room.
Leonardo? The butthole guy?
You need to have an episode talking about bubble.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, lock back in.
log back in. 2 friends on a perfect day. A perfect day. Any perfect day is a perfect day with you. Okay, I'm gay.
Oh, don't they say like, and they throw in a line about like girls we wish would notice us but never do. You're not convincing anybody, Evan. Nobody believes you're
Come on,
talking
Evan.
about girls in those
He
woods.
looks around and says to me, "There's nowhere else I'd rather be," and I say, "Me too."
Gay.
Gay.
I feel like, okay, this is interesting.
Mm.
I know people think that they should have been like gay. Do you think that would have made the story better or worse?
Oh God, no.
If like Evan had
No,
liked Connor or something.
Way worse. Because
I don't think they would have handled it correctly.
the whole point of the story is that Evan doesn't know who Connor is.
Yeah.
These two do not
And
know
like
each
Connor's
other.
like not a real character.
Exactly. Connor is like, he's there. The real Connor does 2 things: get high before school and
miss the bus.
scream at Evan Hansen.
Yeah.
That's all he does. The whole story is get high, scream at Evan
Mhm.
Hansen, and kill himself. 3 things that he does.
Me. Sorry,
3
I have to
things
stop
that he
saying
does.
I'm making
Only
myself.
3 only 3 things. And one of the whole thing with the whole thing about
Them being
so much
gay?
happens. The whole thing about them being gay is like people are not shipping Connor and Evan. People are shipping Evan and the
Evan's
idea of Connor.
hallucination of Connor.
Like, I think that people, like, when you're 13 don't really realize that, because people are like, guys, they're so gay, like, Disappear is so gay.
Yeah, that's
That
Connor,
is-
that's
that
Evan
is
talking
him.
to himself. He is
That's
talking
him
to
going crazy.
himself.
That's him
He is
going
going crazy.
He is pulling, like, you know when you talk to yourself at like 3 a.m. in the shower? That's like no, just me.
I don't shower at 3 a.m. I don't shower.
At least Sophia does, and then they complain that the shower's
Evidently.
not available.
Oh,
Hey,
that's not
I
right.
shower when I come back. I digress, but like, you know, it's just
Yeah,
it's
I
not
don't
something
think-
that like I don't think it would have aided the story at all.
How do you feel about the gay jokes in the show?
They're a little weird.
I
There's
think-
nothing I can say about the gay jokes.
I think they're funny. I mean,
Okay,
there's only like one, right?
Which gay joke is it? It's just Jared saying, "You realize they think you're gay lovers." That's
Yeah.
it. That's,
No, but
That's
the
the
one
gay
where
joke.
they're like,
I rub my nipples and start moaning. No, that's
with
funny.
delight.
That's funny.
And, like,
People are
the-
sensitive. That's funny.
but
I
not
shouldn't
because
say
we're
that. I
gay.
shouldn't say that.
No, not because we're gay. We're close, but not that way. The only man that I love is my dad. Well, anyway, we're getting better every day.
Keep getting better. Okay, we have to keep going, guys.
I think they're funny.
You're supposed to keep us on track.
I think people are snowflakes.
Okay.
I think they're funny, and I think
Snowflakes,
Um,
really? Let's go back to that.
I
Do you
think
have something to tell us about your political views?
R.I.P. Pope Francis. Sorry, too soon. You okay?
This is a really
Oh.
Democrat-like take. Well, Francis was really left.
You're still Pope though. Okay.
Okay, another time. We can talk about that another time.
I think they're funny.
Rub my nipples and start moaning with delight.
Yeah,
is the
that's
best part of the
it's
show.
fucking funny, bro.
What do you think about them making Jared gay in the movie?
I don't care. He didn't need to be gay. It made
just
no
kinda
difference
was.
that he was gay.
He doesn't have a boyfriend. I mean, Connor
That's
has a
not
boyfriend in the book.
representation. him just saying that he fucked a dude in Barcelona or whatever is not representation.
Barcelona.
What is it? On his cruise somewhere? I don't know.
I've never seen the movie. I don't know.
Okay, yeah. So.
Well, good for Jared. You get.
Oh,
bitches.
how do you feel about Jared being more part of Sincerely Me in the movie? Because he's more part of the song. He says the oh no, they cut the gay joke in the movie. Yeah.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's no reason to make Jared gay.
I'm pretty sure they cut it.
I thought there was The only reason to make Jared gay is so that they don't get canceled for the gay.
So they can make the gay joke.
Yeah, exactly. That would be the only, because he's the only one who makes gay jokes in the show.
Yeah.
It's only Jared.
No, I know for sure they cut the only man that I love is my dad. But I don't remember if they cut the.
That's a really funny line.
Let me look it up. Yeah, because I was like,
yeah, because
when I watched like the slime tutorial, I was like, oh, that's really funny. Also because it like I think it's like a layered funny because neither of them have good relationships with their father.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like that doesn't mean much that the only man you love is your dad.
Yeah, like literally.
Let's see.
Connor's dad sings the part in Requiem about being like, I tried to give him help and he didn't take it. What do I like? And this happened. We can talk about Connor's dad in a second. I love Connor's dad. I love his dad. I love it. We're gonna talk about that when we talk about the characters and how human they are. Yeah.
Okay, so they do say, but not because they're gay. No, not because. Okay, so in the movie, Jared says, but not because they're gay. But not because they're like Jared is a part of Sincerely Me. Like he's talking about them instead of them talking about themselves.
So who is he talking to about them? Is he talking to like other people in that scene or what?
He talks to like the camera. Don't think about it too hard.
It's like The Office. He's like, but not because.
Yeah.
I think that's
and they take out the dad line, which I don't really get.
That just takes away from it because that's them like desperately trying to convince people that they aren't gay.
Now I'm thinking about it. What's the point of taking out the dad part?
It's because I don't know. Like the dad part just added
The
like
only
they're
man-
wrapped into a lie that they can't escape, and they're just trying to like.
Yeah.
The only man that I love is my dad. I feel like they were worried that people would look too far into that and make like incest connections. Which, if you made an incest connection from the only man that I love is
Ew,
my dad.
no, don't even bring those up.
Don't bring up incest in front of me. I don't know who they are, but.
Hey,
It's
that should
brothers
be.
from
Hey,
Supernatural.
I should take Sophia's spot one day and we can talk
Yes.
about that.
Excuse me.
Destiel.
This is about me and Renee.
Wow.
Maybe it's also because
holiday episode when Sophia's not here.
Should have done that over Easter.
Easter break episode. It could also have been because they took out like the break in a glove. That they were like, they don't fucking know who Connor's dad is, so it doesn't matter.
Because he has no fucking
And they
character.
barely talk about Evan's dad until Too
Evan's
Big, Too
dad is
Small.
not a character in the movie or the musical.
Yeah,
he's
but
an actual character in the book.
He's
Mark
referenced.
Hansen is a character in the book. You never meet him, but he's like a big part of the book.
He's referenced more in the musical
Isn't he
than
like-
in the movie.
Yeah.
In the
Because
movie, they barely talk about him.
in the movie, in the book, he makes like a little surprise appearance, and he's like over the phone though. It's over the phone because Heidi is talking to Mark and being like, "Please help." He's locked himself in the bathroom on his 16th birthday because Evan has that whole thing about driving. In the book, I think if I'm remembering correctly, in the book, a big part about the driving thing is because he has a bad relationship with his dad, and his dad isn't there to teach him. And his dad has this new family. and
Only men can drive.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, we should talk about, in general, our opinions about shows and media who don't appreciate single mothers or single parents. Yeah, someone came back.
Hi, third person.
Do you guys want a drink?
No, I'm okay.
No thanks.
Okay.
Thank you though,
I
Allison.
don't drink
You're a
underage.
gem. Me neither.
Oh, for reference, for our listening viewers, Allison Miles did a
And for
little
people who are
dancey
watching, because
Okay.
you can't.
dance.
She's working.
In general, I think it really pisses me off with people with characters like Heidi and how they portray how Evan treats her. It's so fucked up. She is such a good mom and is trying so hard.
And he never faces any
No.
repercussions for his
Especially
treatment.
in the movie because they take out good for you.
And good for you is when Heidi finally snaps at Evan.
Yeah.
And they take out anybody got a map. So they take away
Yeah, like
any
her perspective at all.
character that Heidi had. Heidi's whole thing in the movie, because essentially without those moms, Heidi's whole thing is that she works a lot.
Yeah.
And that she's kind of not absent for her kid, but kind of a little bit, I guess.
Yeah, just
she
like
works so much because she's in school
by
still.
default. It's not like she is
She's
trying
not
to
trying
be
to be.
absent.
She's trying her best.
Yeah.
And that's something that can be said for a lot of the characters in Dear Evan Hansen, is that she's trying. They're all trying, especially with the parents. Parents are trying their best to support their kids who are going through a tough time, and it's also a commentary on how older generations don't know how to handle mental health, and they don't really know how to handle the mental health of their children. So it's like these three parents, like they're trying their best and they're falling short, and that's the whole point of it. Like Connor's parents, I don't remember their names. I'm just gonna call them Connor's parents.
I don't remember.
I only remember Heidi's name because she's a MILF. I digress. The shot truth of our just me, Sparkly.
Sparkly.
You want to see if I have autism?
You don't.
Let's tell them you don't.
I think when we talked about this topic in the car, we came to the conclusion that the characters are all a little sucky. Because they are very realistic characters, genuinely. Heidi is just a single mom who works a lot and does her best to support her kid who is mentally struggling. She can't be there for him all the time, and that's not her fault, but it's not his fault either.
Exactly. And it's also Connor's parents who are trying their best to give their kid help,
and
but
just
they
don't
think
know
that
how.
they think it's linear.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, is that they think that recovery is linear. They don't see it as like not linear. They think it's linear. They think that if he's in therapy, it should be fixed. You know, and that's what a lot of parents think about their kids. It's like, if you're in therapy, you should be fixed. Everything is fine. You know, and that's kind of like the mentality that they unknowingly adopt, because they don't mean to be like that. They're trying.
It seems like,
but it's like,
I don't know about in the musical, but in the movie they talk about how like whatever Connor's mom's name is. Connor's mom jumps from like Buddhism to like being gluten free. Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Do they
what?
ever say that? Cynthia.
I found it on the
They talk about how like she is gluten free one week and like Buddhist the next. So I wonder if that's implying that like those are the things she thought would help him.
I think
she
that's
was
a thing in
trying,
the
like,
musical
any
too. Like that's a
method.
line in the musical.
Yeah.
It's just a throwaway line.
Yeah.
In the book they go into a little bit more detail about, I don't remember if this is in the movie and the musical. I know in the book they talk about the different treatments that they had planned for Connor. And it was like him going to different retreats, and
spas.
Connor's dad is talking about how they spent thousands of dollars and nothing helps their kid. Like, they spent all of this money because they're rich, you know. They spent all this crap ton of money and they couldn't find a single thing to help their kid, and their kid killed himself.
Yeah.
You know, and that's like, how do you move on from that as a parent? Like, you tried to help.
Yeah, it just wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Huh?
Which like isn't a bad thing. It's just like that's how it worked. There isn't like a quick fix for mental health issues. There isn't a right or wrong way to treat mental health issues. And unfortunately, something we also talked about is there is a class difference that I think could be talked about more in the movie and musical that was actually really interesting when they did mention it. Connor's parents are blinded by their money. They think because they're rich, they should be able to fix Connor's problems.
Yeah, like throwing money at things makes it fixed. And it's the same thing with like that happens with Heidi too. They really go into that with Heidi because they offer to pay for Evan's college.
Yeah.
And to them, this is a generous offer.
It's a great offer. Why wouldn't they take it?
Why wouldn't they take it? For Heidi, it's like, oh my gosh, she is mortified.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck is her kid telling these people that she can't afford to put him through college?
Yeah.
That is mortifying.
Or that he can't just work his way through it and like put in the work, that they're just like, oh, we'll just let you do this because obviously you're struggling.
Exactly. And
So
it's like,
no.
And she's like, well, I don't like want to take this charity from them.
Yeah.
They view it as like this amazing offer.
Yeah.
But for Heidi, it's like it's also a pride thing. I mean,
yeah, like it's
especially
showing
because
her shortcomings.
she's a single mom and she is insecure about.
Sorry.
Within the zone, bro.
I know, sorry.
Really blocked it.
Especially Heidi, who's a single mom, who is
Yeah.
trying her best to provide for her kid and who is insecure about not being able to provide for her
Yeah.
kid, and who's insecure about not being home all the time because she's in med school and she's in school and she's like,
and she's working.
and she's working.
Yeah.
So she's doing like 3 different things at once. She's a single mom. Fuck knows. Her ex-husband is not helping.
Yeah, just fully isn't
He just
around at all.
left.
Isn't
He left,
doing anything
started
to
a
help.
completely new family in another state, and barely talks to their kid. You know, so and Heidi's having a hard time relating to Evan because he's having all these problems with anxiety, and she's not having problems like that with anxiety.
Yeah.
Like she's not.
Or she thinks he's just like shy, I think.
Ooh, that's a good take.
I think that's another thing is that, like I think you mentioned earlier, that older generations just sometimes don't understand mental health.
Yeah.
Like when they talk about him not giving pizza to like him not giving money to the pizza
the
man,
pizza guy.
or like she offers him to just like go talk to kids at school and that'll make you
like
feel
that's
better.
like the whole thing. It's
It's
like,
like,
oh,
no.
ask the other kids to sign your cast,
Yeah,
and that's
That's
mortifying.
not how it works. You would get punched in the face, probably.
So, Evan.
Yeah, it's Evan.
Yeah, it's Evan.
He goes like this a lot. I would punch him too.
He goes like, "End of May or early June. This it's your perfect afternoon we share."
Oh yeah, I'm curious. What's your favorite song in the musical? Oh damn. Really thinking about this.
Oh.
Like plot wise, or just like the catchiest.
It's like
ones?
you are looking at the soundtrack, and what's the song you pick?
Anybody on the map?
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
It's catchy. It's important.
Yeah.
It used to be Sincerely Me, but like
Oh, I kind of forgot about that.
I
one,
listen
which
to
is crazy.
Sincerely Me so often that when I was younger, that like now I'm like,
I
it's
feel
okay.
like Anybody Have a Map has a similar vibe to Sincerely Me,
yeah, because
but it's a little
like,
more. Not like
real.
yeah.
It's a little more real, especially Sincerely Me
Yeah.
is also unreal on purpose because
Yeah.
it's Evan,
It's been lying.
Jared, and Connor
Making shit up.
who they're fabricating this personality around. And I think they bring up some Alana. I hate Alana. For
Oh my
context,
god, I forgot
I hate
about
Alana.
her.
Alana is my least favorite
She's
character.
a nothing
in the musical.
character.
She doesn't do anything. She pretends to be friends with Connor too.
Mm-hmm.
But in like he was my lab partner, so he's my best friend in the whole wide world. And I get it. She doesn't have a lot of friends. I understand that.
Yeah.
I hate her because of that. Because she is doing the same thing Evan is doing.
Mhm.
She's just doing it on a much smaller scale.
Did you know that she gets a song in the movie? They give her a song. They try to make her character more like interesting, a more part of the story. So she sings a
Now
song.
I'm really never watching the movie. I hate Alana. She's my least
And they
favorite.
have her like as more of a character than Jared is. It's a really weird choice. Yeah, so they
Not my
they
fave.
took out
Not my fave.
they took out some of the most important songs to give Alana a random fucking song. It's called like the Unseeables or something dumb. It sounds like a superhero group, but it's talking because she it's such a weird conversation. She asked Evan like, "So what are you on?" And he's like, "What?" And she's like, "I'm on Lexapro and whatever." And he's like, lists a bunch of medications, and they talk about like being
The anonymous
depressed.
ones?
The anonymous ones. That's what it is. And
I
it's
don't
just
know
her
what's
talking
supposed to
about
be.
like that like a bunch of people have mental health issues, but it's like a nothing song. Like we know.
It sounds like an Averno song.
What?
You don't know what Averno is?
No.
But for those watching who knows what Averno is, this song sounds like an Averno song.
You're like, it's not very good.
It sounds like she's about to start talking about fucking ketchup.
Oh, jeez. That's scary. Who is it?
I don't know. I just saw your subscriber.
I'll check when we're done.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. This is literally an Averno song.
Like, it's a nothing song.
It's because of the
She's
youth.
a nothing character, especially
just the
because there's no
ukulele.
good for you, where she actually does something.
Yeah.
So she just kind of disappears after she like
The
releases the
anonymous
letter.
ones.
The anonymous ones.
See, that's what really pisses me off about Alana is because she releases that letter. She thinks that they have a right to this, and it's not Connor's suicide letter. Let's say it was Connor's suicide letter.
Fucked
Oh
up.
my
That's
god.
crazy.
What she knew about it,
thinks-
she thinks it's a
It's
suicide
his
letter.
suicide letter that was left just to his parents.
Except not to his parents, to Evan.
Yeah,
Remember,
for
it's
his
the
parents to
first one.
find.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because it's the first one, and she thinks, oh my god, this is his suicide letter.
Mhm.
I think that that's a culture that even like IRL, I feel like such a freaking loser. Even like now, I feel like
Honestly,
a lot of people have that culture about like people who die, like celebrities. How did
Yeah,
they die? When
we
did
need
they
to
die?
know, like,
What were
what
their last
happened?
words?
why?
We don't need to know that.
Yeah.
It's like with Audrey Plaza's husband, Like when people leaked the
Yeah,
fact
like
that
Leon
that they
Payne.
when people leaked
Yeah,
that
they were separated.
When he
Mhm.
died.
It does not
I'm
matter.
gonna talk right to the camera for this one. That's fucked up.
It doesn't matter.
It's not your business.
Not our
It's
business.
Not our
It
business.
doesn't matter if they were fucking hated each other right before he died.
They were still married.
She is still in
for
mourning.
A crap ton of years. Okay, they were still. I digress.
Do you think?
Alana does that. She's like, we deserve to know this, and it's like, no, you do
I
not.
honestly feel like that might be. This might be a hot take. That might be on a pretty similar level to what Evan does. Releasing someone's suicide note, what she believes and what everybody believes to be Connor's suicide note.
The only people who know it's not his suicide note are Jared and Evan at
Yeah.
this point of the story. It's just those two.
Like,
It's
I
just
think
them.
releasing that might be just as bad, if not close to as bad as what Evan does. Because that's like a public thing.
And
that
have a lot
leads
of
to
followers.
death threats.
They have thousands of followers,
Yes.
and she releases it to their Instagram with thousands of followers.
And the family gets like death threats.
They
and
call
stuff.
Zoe, and they threaten to kill her.
Uh-huh.
That's a whole thing. They threaten to like break. They call Zoe. They call her a crappy person. They call this grieving, mourning family, and
Yeah,
they cuss
like,
them
it's
out.
really
They yell at
recent.
them. They come to their house, if I'm remembering correctly. At least I think in the book they come to their house.
I think in the movie, like, they get sent stuff. I don't know if people
exactly.
come to their
It's
house.
so weird.
Like, it's on much more like a large scale. At least, okay,
Because
what Evan does is fucked up, but at least it only stayed like within the family.
Exactly, kind of, because then he convinced like thousands of people that he was all. It was more meaningful
Yeah,
for the family.
that at least had a positive outcome.
Yeah, because he got the orchard and everything.
Yeah, like,
which I think is
in
a
the
very
end.
important thing that Evan does. If this got cut, it would ruin the story completely. Is that Evan still gets the orchard?
Yes,
he still does
it.
it.
Still
Because
at least had a positive
because
impact.
That's what he needs to do. It's
Mhm.
part of him reconciling with the fact that he did this horrible thing.
The other thing we can talk about is the movie ending,
what is it?
which I personally like a little bit more. Evan figures out what like Connor's favorite books are, and he like reads them all to learn more about him, and he tracks down people that Connor went to like a rehab facility with, and
Miguel mentioned that's his name, right? You keep talking.
oh, I wonder if it's like implied. I don't know.
I think that's where Miguel is in the book.
So Evan like reads a bunch of Connor's favorite books to like understand more about him and what he liked, and then he reaches out to a bunch of people that knew Connor to try to find out more about him, and he eventually finds somebody who went to a rehab facility with Connor, and they send Evan a video of Connor singing, which I think is also a new song. It's not like a full song, I don't think. So it like gives more character to Connor, which I think is good, and it is actually showing tangible evidence of Evan growing and learning from what he did. So I think it's a pretty good addition. He also sends the video to the Murphys, and it shows that like they're appreciative of it because it's showing, you know, it's a video of their son. They're never gonna be mad about that. It shows that he was actually like doing well and doing something that he liked. Because they say that like Connor wrote the song and stuff and was like musically talented or whatever. So I think it's actually a good addition.
Oh, Miguel was not with Connor?
I don't think Miguel's in that movie.
He's in the book. He's
a
character in the book.
I said, who's Miguel?
Who's Miguel?
Miguel is I remember Miguel being Connor's like rehab boyfriend. I remember
Are they
them
not?
being together. Apparently they're
False
just friends.
information from Sophia.
I'm sorry, I don't know why.
Misinformation.
I'm sorry, I don't know why I remember them being together.
Sophia thinks everybody's gay.
I actually like, for better or for worse, I am that kind of person to think that any given two characters are gay.
It's bad.
Gwenda
Um,
mentioned.
So I think it's it's not a negative addition. I feel like it's slightly positive. People might have different takes.
I think that's
I like
actually
the
pretty
idea
good
of it.
because that's something that isn't public for everybody else to see. It's Evan.
Yeah, like he's not doing
he's
it for something.
He's doing it to
Uh-huh.
help himself forgive
Yeah.
himself and to help be like, well, I pretended to know him. Let me at least
Yes.
try to know him.
Yes.
I think Miguel. I think they're implied to have done something, or that they were in a
Okay.
situationship or something. But they're friends.
Yeah, it's
Miguel
someone that knew
actually
Connor.
knows Connor.
Yeah.
That's a whole thing. That's a whole thing.
I don't love in any of the endings when Zoe forgives Connor or forgives Evan. She
No.
should fucking
Never-
hate Evan
never
with her
speak
whole
to him
heart.
again.
I think Zoe is the most
Interesting.
No, I was gonna say like is affected the most by what Evan does. That might be a hot take.
Because they get together.
Because
They get together.
he fully
And-
lies to her directly about what Connor says about her.
And it's to get in her pants.
Yeah, with the intentions of getting with her. And this
Okay.
we could talk about for hours. The implications of If I Could Tell Her. Beautiful song. Love that song.
That's such a
It's
good song.
fucking crazy. It's disgusting when
If
you
I
think
could
about it
tell
for more than
her
2
if-
seconds.
Yeah, literally.
It's fucking awful.
To listen to Jeremy and Hansen and actually enjoy
You
yourself.
just to turn your brain off.
You just
Don't think
you
about
can't
it.
think about it, which unfortunately is impossible for us. So
Yeah.
we'll never.
Well,
be
I'll be
able to-
fine. This one though. I think it is fucking disgusting.
Okay, but listen.
It's such a beautiful love
Title
song
card,
though.
title card,
It's so
title
good
card.
though.
You really said, okay, but listen.
Okay,
it's a
but
great love
listen,
song.
it's amazing.
The thing about If I Could Tell Her, in my
Weird.
opinion, is that it's so strange. It's just so weird. When it's out of context, it's great.
It's beautiful.
It's written beautifully, but crap. The
Yeah.
line changed from "He thought you were pretty,"
It
thought you
looked
looked
really pretty.
when
I mean,
you put indigo streaks in your hair.
like what?
I have to get my ID for that before I start slamming against the couch like an angry bird.
Can't break it again.
Don't break your
Don't
ID
spend
again.
$100 on replacement.
Over If I
design.
Could
I
tell
don't
her.
have $50 more to spend on this ID.
There's a lot of songs like that in the musical. Like even Sincerely Me, a fun, super enjoyable song. When you think about it, it's like, oh, this is crazy. Like they are fully making up this whole relationship between these two people that have never really spoken. What are other ones?
Never spoken. Because literally the first and only interaction that Connor and Evan have with each
Is
other
when he finds the letter.
it's when he pushes him. He pushes him first. Or no, is that like he finds the letter then pushes him? Because Zoe sees Connor push Evan.
Oh.
That's the whole thing.
What?
Is that the same instance?
Oh no, there's okay. I don't know about the musical, but in the movie, like Jared says something to Connor,
Yeah, that's a thing.
and then I think he pushes Evan. I don't know. It's weird.
That's in the musical.
They
'cause
like
Jared
they
is
only
like
fight. That
because
was it.
Jared makes a school shooter joke
Yeah.
to
Oh,
Connor.
school
and
shooter
it's like,
chic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
Kind of is giving that.
Yeah.
In light of recent events, that's not good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's not Renee.
Other songs like what's the one we were just talking about? Where he's talking about the orchard trip, like where he's fully just making up this whole
For
story.
forever.
Yes, like that song
Forever.
is fucking crazy. He comes up with this whole like
But
narrative.
it's such a beautiful song.
Yes, but it's
Like,
so
it's
good.
such a nice song. It's like
Yes.
you just have to turn off your brain to listen
Yeah.
to and enjoy Jeremy and Hansen. So gross.
I think
If I Could Tell
overall
Her
it's
is
a
like
good.
the biggest like example.
Yeah, that
of
one's,
this
like-
is fucked up.
I really just have to not care when I listen to that. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's kind of gross if I do.
Exactly, because then you're thinking like, oh, he's telling her
And
that
yeah,
her brother knows that she still fills out tween magazines, that she draws
yeah.
Like it makes it seem like her brother was stalking her while also threatening her with
Well,
violence at home.
It's also just like he knows these things about her and he's talking about these things about her in a romantic way, but he's telling
the guys
her
of like, this is what your brother
this is what
said
your
about
brother
you.
thought. But it's actually my thoughts about you romantically.
Yeah,
Fucking
and I want to
disgusting.
make out with you, and then they
Yeah.
do make out on the bed.
Ew, yeah.
Yeah, that's the grossest.
I like. I think this was like a controversial thing. But I like the girl who plays Zoe in the movie. I think she does a good job. I just think she also was affected by Ben Platt looking like a 33-year-old. So, but I think she's actually a good choice for Zoe. And I like all the actors, honestly.
I've never seen the movie. I have no opinion on this.
I'm gonna make Sophia watch the movie. So,
Hey, movie night tonight.
yeah. I wonder what it's on. We'll have to look at that.
I can
Guys,
get
I
it.
draw the line at the Jeremy Hansen movie. I'm not watching
It'd
it.
be so fun to
You
watch,
just told me that
though.
Alana gets a solo song. We're not watching
You
it.
have to know it though. You have to have street cred.
I have street
Viewers.
cred. I read the book.
For the two people.
I read the book.
For
And her
the
two-
people is me.
Yeah,
Two
for Allison
viewers.
and one other person.
You're a beautiful marketer and manager.
Thank you to the one other person who's been in this stream.
Any final thoughts that we want to talk about? before
What
we
other
wrap it
questions
up?
did you have?
That was it.
I think that was it.
So we came up
Yeah.
with.
Yeah.
I guess my final thoughts on Jeremy Hansen is that I can no longer watch even slime tutorials of this musical
Really?
because I get so angry.
Sophia's very passionate about things, and I'm not. So I
kind of get into things way too much. I get really pissed. Like, when Van died in Yellow Jackets, I was so fucking pissed. Oh, shit.
No,
Shit.
it's fine,
I'm so
whatever.
sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Holding your mic down. Like,
I'm so sorry.
Can we cut that?
Can we cut that? Can we give it
This
a
is
cut that? I get really into things, so it's hard for me to like.
Yeah.
I'm really good at rewatching stuff. It's hard for me to watch Dear Evan Hansen because of everything, and it's just it makes me mad.
I think.
I can listen to it. I can't watch.
Yes, I think if the music was even 1% worse, I wouldn't be able to watch it.
Yeah.
But the music,
music
is
is
so
so good.
fucking good that I don't care. I can fully tune out of it and not care that Evan is like a monster. I don't
Fucking
care.
Cooked on the music.
Yeah, the music is so good.
good.
Fucking Requiem, fucking
Requiem
For
is like
Forever,
the best song in the
fucking
album.
Disappear.
To Break in a Glove. I
The
didn't get to talk
finale
about it. I
song.
didn't get to talk
Oh
about
yeah,
it.
the dad.
To Break in the Glove. I love.
It is.
I'm gonna lean
It's
over
a
Renee
very
for this.
sweet song.
I love the dad in Dear Evan Hansen. Okay, the dad is
I
one of
do
my
too.
favorite characters because he's one of the most complex characters. He is so.
I think
He's nuanced. He's nuanced.
He might be the. I was gonna say the most likable. We don't know enough
I
about
feel like
him.
Zoe is the most likable.
Yeah, that's true.
But also, she sings that song about wanting to forget about her. I mean, what? I like Only Us.
I don't. I'm gonna say that her lying is not true. I don't claim that as canon. Zoe is allowed to hate Connor.
No, it's not. It can't be canon.
She's allowed to not.
I'm
be
a
that
Zoe
upset.
Murphy defender
Yes.
forever.
Hashtag.
I think that she
Zoe
should have
Murphy
been
for
more
life.
upset.
Yes.
I think that she should not that Evan lied because she was plenty mad that he lied.
Yeah.
And I think she could have been more. I think
Yeah.
she should have been more upset that it became so viral that her family's business is everywhere now.
Yeah. Yeah, because she's the only one that like is named in the letter too.
Oh yeah, it's just her. That's why people call her
Yeah.
because it's like at least there's Zoe. So
Yeah.
calling me, so we gotta wrap this up
Oh.
soon so I can call my mom back. Hi, mommy.
Yeah, I think the family is too nice to Evan at the end. They're
Oh,
too lenient.
Oh yeah.
Because I don't know if it's in the musical, but
Dad should have kicked his ass.
in the movie, Zoe comes up to Evan and is like, "My mom just wanted to make sure you didn't do anything dumb." Like they care too much about his well-being after
They're
everything happened.
insinuating the whole like you make a mistake, you need to atone for it. You don't just get to kill yourself
Yeah.
thing. But they don't act on it
No.
because that is such an important message. You know, that is like especially for young people, because a lot of not to hate on suicide jokes. I make suicide jokes every single day.
We do a lot. We're Ringling students, so.
Oh yeah, but like,
We have no
but like,
will.
you know,
Yeah.
talking about Jeremy Hansen, I was thinking about it because we were talking about like if I did that, I don't think
Yeah.
I'd be able to live with myself. But I think the whole point is that he does, and he
Yeah, that
keeps
he is
going.
forced to live with himself.
Exactly, because he cannot kill himself.
I feel like, honestly, there should have been another song where he came to that realization.
I think it's So Big, So Small kind of helps him come into that.
but
Because it's his mom being like, I'm still here for you. I'm going to be by your
Yes.
side no matter what. You did this bad thing. I'm here for you. Because
yeah,
Heidi doesn't want her kid to kill himself.
'cause it's a kid.
Revolutionary. That's her kid.
But I think there should have been one where he was like, because we don't see him go to her when he tries to kill himself the first time. The whole point is that he doesn't feel like he can go to her.
Nope.
So
Because
I
he
feel
breaks
like-
his fucking arm. Did you fall or did you let go?
Fall
Ranger
apart,
Dan
and there's
comes and
nobody
gets him.
around.
To make a sound or even make a sound.
I feel like it's a little, I don't know, like unrealistic that he just like had a breakdown in his room. I feel like he would have reacted so much negatively to what happened.
What?
Like he just cries and is like sobbing in the dark in his room, and that's when Heidi finds him and like sings the song.
Yeah.
But I feel like he probably would have tried to kill himself.
Yeah.
Realistically, because he tried to kill
think,
himself.
oh my
before
god, this is a part of the
happened.
book. This is a part of the book. I forgot about this part. You haven't heard about this yet. I forgot about this part. There's a part where Evan almost gets hit by a car.
Really?
Right after he leaves the Murphy's house, he stands in the middle of the road.
Oh, see, that's what I
He
mean.
stands in the middle of the
I
road.
feel like there should be something like that where
He's
they're like,
having
oh,
this
he is
breakdown
still
in the
mentally
middle of
ill.
the road, and Connor's ghost is looking at him and thinking, "Move. There's a car coming. Move."
Mhm.
And Connor and Evan does move, but that's a whole piece of it.
See,
I forgot
that's
about
what
that.
I mean. I wanted a moment where he made the choice to deal with his actions.
The book has
That's what I
some good
wanted.
things and some bad things.
Some really bad things like the Zoe stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck you, book for the Zoe stuff. I love
But
Zoe. with my
also,
life.
I love you book for the Evan Hansen trying to kill himself thing times 2.
Double give to the next person.
The first time he tries to kill himself in the book, it's like catapulted because of his dad, which is the whole thing. Because, like, if I'm remembering correctly, I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, please don't call me out. I can't handle
Call them
that.
out.
I'll kill myself.
You can't make that joke. That's not funny.
Crap.
People are dying,
That's on
Kim.
your head. Actually, it's not the quote. Kim,
Kim,
people are dying. Okay. How do we wrap this up?
Okay, but listen, Dear Evan Hansen is a good musical. I don't care. Joke with your mom.
Okay.
Okay,
but listen.
I think overall it's good. I think this is probably my number one take in everything we fucking talk about. People care too much. People think too much into stuff. Yes, Evan sucks. Yes, everybody sucks a little bit. That's okay. You can still fucking enjoy it. Don't be a pussy. It's okay. You'll get over it. Just
As
enjoy
the
the
person
music.
who thinks too much into things and cares too much about that, and who's a pussy and doesn't enjoy it. 'cause I'm
You
thinking
still
too
think
much
it's
about
good
it.
though.
I still think it's good. I can't watch it. I
Yeah.
can't. I
Like,
get
if
so
anything-
mad.
I think it's like too realistic.
I think that's why
Yeah.
people get so into it.
Because they're not
Because
like
it's
there's not
realistic.
like good or bad characters. Like everybody is just like human.
And that's why the fandom, let's be real about it, treats Evan like he's this irredeemable monster
Yeah.
of a human. He's a 17-year-old
Or like
boy.
he's a little baby who can do no wrong.
Ooh,
I
ooh.
think there needs to be nuance and like a middle ground there.
There's never a middle ground.
I do
It's
kind of
just-
forget that he is 17. Sometimes I think I forget. I think he's like 14. 17's a little
He's
too old to
17.
be acting like this, but
He should have been younger.
he's mentally
He should have been
ill
Younger.
and in weird circumstances.
younger.
Yeah, probably.
Should have been younger.
Yeah, that's also another thing is that okay, it's not that big of an age gap, but isn't Zoe like a sophomore?
She's a junior.
Okay, she's a junior.
It's a year.
and he's a
I
senior.
just farted again.
Okay, never mind. That's not that bad.
Above
But
one.
okay.
Okay, but listen.
And with that,
okay, but listen. Dear Evan Hansen
it's good.
has a really good
Get over it. I'm sorry.
score, has a really good soundtrack.
It's really good.
The script is not so great.
I think it's good. I think it's good. Don't think too hard about it. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. I think the
You're
movie.
looking at me on the camera while you do that.
Yes, it's gonna
It's
be
gonna
okay.
be okay,
Sophia.
Sophia.
I think overall the movie was bad.
Yeah.
I still think
Oh,
it's enjoyable. I'm really easy to please though as well. I do not care enough about stuff. So I think it's enjoyable to watch. I think it's fun to laugh and point.
That's certainly an
and
opinion
Platt.
you can have.
I can't believe
Barkley.
you haven't seen any Ben Platt movies or TV show?
No, I haven't seen it.
I think you would love The Politician. The Politician, I think, is on Netflix. It's got Ben Platt. He sings a cover of Vienna by Billy Joel. It's
I love
really
that
good.
song.
I'm
I
gonna
love
play
that
that.
song.
I'm gonna play that for you guys when we're done.
Yeah.
It's really good.
What can our viewers expect for the next episode?
Yeah.
What
do
are
wanna
we
talk
doing for the
about
next episode? Oh my god. Not Glee. We have to save Glee.
No, we have to go work up to Glee.
Okay, but listen, if you guys can get us up to 50 subscribers, 50 subscribers, we will talk about Glee.
That might be we might need segments for that.
Glee
Glee
season
part
1.
one.
Glee
Yeah, we
season
still
one, my season.
Oh,
Glee
God.
season 1.
Glee season 1.
Actually, we don't need 50 followers to do that. Oh, we can just
No.
do that.
I'm here for a long time,
At
not
50.
a good time.
I'm here for just a time.
Just
We'll see
a
how it
time.
I'm
goes.
here for a time.
Okay, what do we want to do next?
Oh, you can expect wacky microphones because we don't have microphones.
Yeah, is the audio okay, Allison?
Huh?
Is the
That's
audio
audio.
okay?
Yeah, it's actually
Okay, great.
Oh, beautiful.
Good, 'cause
We
I'm
don't-
not getting a fucking
We don't
microphone
need
for this shit.
microphones.
I can't afford that.
Yeah, I'll
Um,
replay this for you guys later so you can hear it. But it's
The
great.
whole thing.
An hour and 5 minutes.
We do
of us
commentary on
talking.
our commentary. We were also wanting to do movie commentaries.
Let us
So for the two people, including Allison, tell us what movie.
tell us if you would enjoy us talking about
Um,
movies while we watch
Okay,
them.
what do we want to do next? What have we talked about?
I think we just got as far as Dear Evan Hansen being the first
Honestly,
episode. I'm
I
not gonna
think
lie.
you guys should do like School Spirits or something because it's something we've watched together. Okay. Okay, I saw that face drop.
Okay, that's just gonna be Sophia
That's
yapping.
true. That's
Love
true.
you,
Well, what? Okay,
but
what?
I
don't have many
for me,
comments.
What do you two know majorly?
My only
I
thing about School
compare
Spirits is
us.
Quinda is going
Yeah.
to be canon.
Okay,
Okay, we got movie commentary. We're doing movie
yeah, but
commentary.
what movie?
I don't know what movie.
What's another thing we've talked about? Come on, this is your thing. You love to yap. Give us a topic.
I don't know.
Another
The
musical
only thing that's
question
coming
mark?
up is Aunt Juliet,
Yeah.
and you're not gonna talk about Aunt Juliet.
No,
It's just gonna be me
sit here the
talking.
whole time.
You heard about the Barbie movie? Barbie versus Oppenheimer.
Oh, we should
can
talk. We should talk about
Barbenheimer.
Mamma Mia.
Oh, yes!
For the listening viewers, Allison just screamed yes. I think that'll be good because you have strong opinions about it, and I just really like it.
Yeah, I mean literally.
And I think we can talk about because I think I want to talk about like our opinions on like the whole single mom and the kid only cares about the dad.
Yeah,
thing.
because oh my god,
No, save it.
I have to save that.
Save
I have to
it.
Save it.
Okay.
So next episode, look out for
episode.
us talking about Mamma Mia.
Mamma Mia.
Here we go again.
No, not that
My
one.
life.
Not that one. That's the
Oh.
sequel.
Mamma
Mamma Mia, just the movie.
Here I go again.
Yeah.
Talking
I feel like that's-
on my little podcast. Mamma Mia. Okay,
Here goes
listen
again.
again.
I think, that's honestly kind of a similar vibe to this because at least you think the story's bad, but the music good. I think the story's okay and the music's good. So okay, we'll do that next. I think that'll be good.
Oh yeah, Mamma Mia.
And we'll come up with a list of more stuff so we're more prepared. And we'll figure out a movie to do. We have to figure out how to do a movie. I don't know how that works.
Teleparty.
I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Watch it.
So-
Watch the episode of School
Okay.
Spirits where you get to see Milo Manheim's butt.
Don't kill yourself.
But-
okay,
Okay,
I
but
would
listen,
just like
please
to
don't
make.
kill yourself.
I would. Okay, but listen, the jokes I made were just jokes. I love my career at Ringling College. Please don't kick me out, Larry Thompson. I love you.
It's only your freshman year. You can't.
It's only my freshman year. I want to at least survive the next 2 weeks.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
But
listen.
Okay, but listen. Wait, no, I want to say something.
Okay, I'm gonna do like a cool cutoff though.
Okay. Okay, but listen.
Your
A
mom's a
lot
whore.
No, I wasn't.